And welcome back to Big Movie Mouth Off. We're here at Broovy Cinema Pub reviewing more movies. I'm Jeff Ice with MSN Entertainment.
And I'm Jimmy Martin with Slug Magazine.
Our last movie is Act of Valor, a supposedly real-life based action thriller about starring real-life Navy SEALs as Navy SEALs who trying to stop terrorism and trying to rescue a kidnapped person.
It's probably the most simple plot you can imagine.
It is.
Because I think the entire reason this film was made was the gimmick. We talked about 3D being a gimmick. The gimmick that they're using real soldiers as actors.
Mm-hmm.
You don't expect your family to understand what you're doing. You just hope they'll accept it.
I'm so excited for you, man. You're gonna be a good dad.
And when you get home, you hope you can pick up right where you left off.
3, 2, 1.
All clear! Target secure!
This is a personnel recovery. Proceed to target, recover the package, and move to extract.
Got it.
Target secure! Man, I'm taking you home. For all those who've been downrange, to us and those like us, damn few.
I have positive control of the Raven. We have enemy QRF approaching from the north.
Here's my issue with it. Before you think I'm being negative, to everyone who's in this film, seriously, thank you for your service.
Yes, exactly. We salute you.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But, and they will not let this film go 3 seconds without saying, just remember, they're real soldiers. They're real soldiers. I got it. I got it from your poster, I got it from the TV ads, everything you said about it. I even got it from the about 5-minute feature you played before the film.
In which
just
the
to
film,
remind me
yes,
one more time.
Yeah.
It's like the DVD featurette you can't turn off. You're like, can we just fast forward through this? No, you have to watch it. And they say something, the directors say something during this featurette that kind of hit me the wrong way. And I'll say why. They say, we saw these soldiers and they go behind enemy lines, and he goes, they are warriors. Then they come home and they're the most loving fathers, brothers that you can imagine. Okay, understandable. He goes, and they go, we thought to ourselves, who else could portray something like that in this film? And I immediately thought, an actor. That's their job. That's what they're paid to do. You tell them, here's the life that you need to learn, and this is how you need to portray it on screen. And that's kind of the whole world of cinema. That's how it works. So you, Jan, I want to make a movie about cooking, but who could do that? Only the chef in the kitchen. He can only do that, right? No, you hire an actor. I'm sorry. And the problem is, because there are some good scenes in this film, and guess what it is? It's the action scenes. Because guess what? That's what they do for a living. So everything they do is well crafted. They've been trained to do it for years. I mean, dude, they're taking people out like badasses.
Headshots.
Yeah.
Snipering.
But you know what? That's really usually so that's fine. But then guess what? When it's time to talk and have feeling and emotion that's not really there for them, because it's not really their wife, son, daughter, mom that they're really portraying their love to. Well, that's the time for an actor. So what you're supposed to do is get the real Navy soldier to teach an actor how to move like them, like they've been trained in the military, and then guess what? They can do both. And then you got a good film there.
Yes.
That's just how that works.
Well,
it's weird. It's called movie making.
Yeah, it's funny you talk about wishing you could skip ahead to features. I felt like I was watching a video game.
Oh, I saw what you were doing.
With really bad interstitial scenes, which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, they're the scenes where...
Between levels.
Yeah, between levels, where the game starts reloading, and you get the cornball dialogue with canned performances, and that's what the in-between scenes felt like. And I'm not going to lie, to keep myself amused, I pretended I had a game controller in my hand, and I kept hitting that skip button.
Well, yeah, because I was waiting for the top of the screen to say, press A to skip, and I'm like,
Because these bad dramatic scenes keep pulling you out of the film. Every time you get invested in these great action scenes, then there's a terrible I'm saying goodbye to my family scene, or a terrible interrogation scene with an interrogator who, I'm not going to lie, flop sweated worse than I did when I was in grade school trying to give a speech.
Yeah, I mean, well, and you know what? Because that's not his world, and that's where I feel bad about it. I don't blame these guys, 'cause I think they were like, you know what, we're going to make you stars like that. I mean, that guy is an interrogator, I'm sure in real life, would scare the ever-living hell out of me. But when he's got, a crew of 30 behind him with lights and all that, I'm sure he's like, this is not my world. This is not,
No.
I can't do this here. And I feel bad because I think the directors, I think their intentions were good. I think they were like, let's honor these guys by making them the stars. You know, they're the real heroes. But once they saw the dailies coming in, they should have been like, this is not a good idea.
Yes, and then they should have regrouped and done, which really would have done this film a service, which is make a documentary about training exercises.
Absolutely.
Which, especially if you had this kind of action in it, and just let that do the talking with none of the other nonsense, you might be onto something there.
Yeah.
Instead, again, you're left with credible action sequences ruined for me by bad dramatic exercises. And by the way, I'm going to lay the blame at the feet of the filmmakers who, one, can't write dialogue, and two, cannot direct dramatic scene. They are the film's true villains.
Yeah.
And for them, I give the film 1.5 stars.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit above you. For me, the action's really cool.
Right?
And if anything that I learned is that active duty soldiers are trained to do nothing but headshots. So there are a lot of bullets to the head in this film, like an unbelievable amount. So they don't miss. In the dramatic part, so it's kind of like half and half. That's where I am. So I'm thinking 2 stars. The only thing that kind of bothered me during the action sequences, and you kind of mentioned gameplay, is that they start doing first-person shooter. So it looks like you're watching like Modern Warfare, like a video game.
Right.
It doesn't work on the screen.
No.
It looks very stupid. Doom tried to do it with The Rock years ago. It's 2 different worlds. They don't always mix, so just leave that out. I don't need to see. I don't need to feel like I'm the guy holding the gun, going to shoot bad guys. It's fine.
No, because I'd be crapping my pants.
You know what? I'd rather watch an actor hold the gun. I don't need to hold it. Let the Navy SEALs hold it on their own time. 2 stars for me. I think I just liked half of it, and that'll be enough. So that does it.
Yeah. Sadly. As compared to our assessment of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace in 3D, where I think we were both in the same territory.
1.5.
Yeah, 1.5 stars. 3D adds nothing to this. It's lipstick on a pig. And Wanderlust, the raunchy comedy about uptight yuppies living in a commune.
Yep.
I liked it a little bit more than you did.
Yeah.
2.5 stars for the more unscripted, funnier moments for me. 2 stars from you.
2.
Based on the fact that you docked at 2 stars because Jennifer Aniston didn't get naked. Or so I'm surmising. And in retrospect,
Be devoted.
act of
Be
valor.
devoted.
2 stars
2 stars.
from you, 1.5 for me. Hopefully next week we will be on to better things. We're
Maybe
hopeful.
We'll see.
The animated version of the Lorax and John Carter next week.
Yep. We'll see you then.